Welcome back to our Alaska overlanding adventure. Alaska's weather is really rough. During our 14-day trip, we only saw blue skies a few times. It's either raining, snowing, or just gloomy. It was a 3-hour drive from where we were, and we didn't get to Fairbanks until it was dark. All the dispersed camping spots I had mapped out, none of them were accessible because of how high the snow was. So I just ended up parking our rig at a parking lot for a hiking trail in the Chena State Park. And we just slept there for the night. We tried to stay up and see if we could see some northern lights. We could barely see any stars, let alone northern lights. And this is the temperature you get to sleep in when spring camping in Alaska. Our main goal in Fairbanks is to see northern lights, although it's near the end of the northern light season when we went in April. We did have plans to fill up our time during the day here. We went to Chowder House in downtown Fairbanks to try some Alaskan halibut chowder and some really delicious lobster rolls. We arrived at our first tourist attraction. You know you're in North Pole when you start seeing candy canes as light poles on the streets. If you have the time, I highly recommend coming here to the Santa Claus house to check out their Christmas decor and some souvenirs. We went to the Alaska Public Land Information Center to see if they would have information regarding northern light sightings. I gotta tell you, they have really good information and really accurate also. Data showed we would not be able to see it, and we ended up not seeing it again on our second night here in Fairbanks. We had more time to kill, so we went to a place called Creamer's Field. After a short walk, we were headed back to the area of where we camped on the first night here in Fairbanks, which is Chena State Park. We ran into another group of people who were renting from Alaska Overlander also. We found this parking lot that was right next to a stream, and we stayed there for our second night here in Fairbanks. I gotta be honest with you, it's kinda hard waking up in the cold. But the journey must go on. We have made it to the Chena Hot Spring. That's a resort. This is the greenhouse. And then this is the Ice Museum, which will be entering around 11 a.m. also got to see how they make the ice cups in person. We headed to the hot spring after our ice museum tour. Well, just in case if you're wondering where we have been taking our showers, I gotta be honest with you, we have not been taking any showers. And this is probably the 5th day into our trip. And we got to take a hot shower before we jumped into this hot spring. The water is nice and hot and the outside temperature is still really cold, so it was a really nice hot spring experience. When you're traveling on the road, having a shower is definitely a rare amenity. It's so nice to shower again. And I feel like we can go for another 5 to 7 days until our next shower. We finally got to see some blue sky again, and now we headed to downtown Fairbanks and we'll be meeting up with our dog sledding tour. I was in need of some caffeine, so...
Coffee huts. And so we're here at sunrise to get some coffee and some ice cream. We have a little ice cream cone on top.
This is not my typical trail. Our typical trail is a loop. So we come back to the staging area and we take off and come around.
That was our first time doing a dog sledding tour. It's definitely money well spent. We didn't get to see any northern lights in the Chena, Hot Spring State Park area, so we decided to go up north and try our luck. And guess what? It's also cloudy, so we just kind of gave up. And this is our last night in the Fairbanks area. But hey, that just means we have to come back during the actual northern light season. The more north you go, the colder it gets, so let's see how cold that is. At this point of our trip, I think we were tired of the snow and the really cold weather, so we were ready to travel down south and get a little bit warmer weather and a little bit less snow. When you don't have all the gear with you, you just have to improvise. Hey Fairbanks, we'll come back and see you again in the winter. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And check out our first video of this series. If you want to continue to follow our journey, please stay tuned for the next episode. I'll bring you guys to Denali National Park, Matanuska Glacier, Lionhead Trail, and Thompson Pass. I'll also show you how I got myself unstuck in the deep snow and how I crashed my drone.